Well, today it is going to be all about the Miami Hurricanes, trying to get revenge on what happened in real life this past winter as Carson Beck threw a awful juicy meatball sub up to that Indiana defense, cost Miami the national championship game. We are going to right that wrong and get a title win with Miami in this video in Road to the College Football Playoff. And how we are going to do that is by relying heavily on that Miami 6-1 defense. I've made a couple videos about it already, but I really want to emphasize just how good this defense can be. This defense is incredible, and a big part of that is how we are going to set it up. So let's get to the depth chart and take a look there. And then also the Miami offense, I think, is a super underrated, fun offense to use. With their like 5 different versions of trips with gun bunch offset, there's a lot of fun stuff in the Miami offense. So first, let's get into the depth chart. Of course, Carson Beck, sleight of hand, step up, dot, and on time, 91 overall quarterback. Guy's not bad. Guy's not bad. Looks a little like Sid from Ice Age in real life, but he's a pretty solid quarterback in the game. Now we get to the real fun part of Miami, though. There's going to be their skill position players. Mark Fletcher Jr., the elusive bruiser, 95 overall, 90 speed, gold armbar, platinum head first, downhill, and throwing some sidestep for you there too. I love my big elusive bruiser halfbacks, especially if we can get them to 90 plus speed, and I love Mark Fletcher Jr. in this game. Now, when it comes to wide receivers, there's a couple things we are going to change around here. We are going to keep Malachi Toney as our wide receiver 1. How is he only 92 speed? Makes 0 sense to me. And he's got to be at least a 95 speed or something like that, but it is what it is. We're just going to have to play the hand we're dealt here by the EA overlords. But we are going to move some people around here. We are going to move Joseph is going to be our wide receiver 2 with his 93 speed, 360 and sidestep. And our wide receiver 3 is going to be Mr. Carr with his shifty and also 93 speed. So our top 4 receivers, all 92 speed or faster. Again, not that top line speed that you see in some of the other tier 1 teams, but overall just a very solid group of wide receivers, especially when you look at their abilities. Tight end, we are going to flip these two. We're going to take Bauman down. We're going to put Lofton up. He still gets 50-50. He's 2 inches shorter, but he's 3 speed faster. So for me, that's worth making that change and putting Lofton in as our tight end. Now, the important thing, if you want to run the 6-1 on defense, is the depth chart is very, very weird. Like how you have to set up the depth chart. So your 3 defensive linemen, it's going to be your starting right edge. And we're actually going to take Bain Jr. out of this spot. You could keep him in there. It really doesn't make a big difference because he's going to be on the other edge anyway. But in this spot, we are actually going to put our other platinum quick jump, Booker Pickett. So he is going to be starting on one edge. Then the next 3 positions, nailed it. 3, however you want to do it. 3 positions on your defensive line are going to come from your D tackles. Well, technically your first one is your nose tackle. So for Miami, it's the same. It's going to be Moton Sr., but really your next guy in line after your right edge is going to be your nose tackle down here. So if you want to change that, this is where you have to change it. It does have to be a defensive tackle. Your other positions do not, but they will be D tackles on your depth chart. So since we have the nose tackle Moton Sr., it's going to use your next 2 D tackles after your nose tackle. So say your nose tackle was D tackle 4 on your depth chart, then the next 2 in line on your defensive line would be your 1 and 2. In this instance, since our nose tackle is number 1, our next 2 are going to be D tackles 2 and 3. Make sense? I hope so. I think so. In my brain it does. And this is where the fun begins. We are taking Scott out and we are putting Messidor in here with his gold pocket disruptor and duress to play a D tackle. Blay Jr., you're gone, brother. Let's get Bain Jr. in this spot. It's pretty close to being the same name. Maybe nobody will even notice. But this is why too you could just keep Bain at right end and then you'd put Pickett in this spot instead. Flip-flop it, doesn't really make a huge difference. So our edges are going to be Bain Jr. and Pickett. The platinum quick jump on Pickett, platinum pocket disruptor and duress on Ruben Bain Jr. Our 2 inside defensive line players are going to be Messidor with his pocket disruptor and duress, and Moton Sr. with his inside disruptor. 4 for 4 on abilities. Pay attention, there's going to be abilities on every single player on this defense. Our will linebacker, we are going to make this Basanth, Silver Robber, 87 speed, because these are the linebackers that are going to play in 6-1. It's not about your sub linebackers, it's your actual Sam, Mike, and Will. So Will is going to be Basanth. Sam is going to be Cam Pruitt. Shout out our online dynasty where Cam Pruitt just transferred over to Old Dominion for his senior season as we head into year 5 over there. Hopefully, I mean, No spoilers, but he might make a play in this game that I would love to see him make with the Monarchs here as well. But Pruitt is going to be our other outside linebacker. So we have a robber on both outside linebackers, 86 speed, 87 speed. Then our Mike linebacker, you have a few different choices here. I end up going with Turay just because he has takedown, and I want an ability on every single player on this defense. And he's the fastest one with abilities here. You could go Smith just to get that +1 speed, but we'll go with Turay. So now at corner, we are going to be putting out there, Scott is going to stay on one side with his Platinum Robber 96 speed. Then we're going to throw Lucas on the other side. So 2 more robbers. We have them on both of our outside linebackers. We have it on both of our outside corners. Then at free safety, this is where we're going to put Brantley, another corner with knockout, ball hawk, and bouncer. So this is a little different than I had it previously. I used to have Scott, the 96 speed corner, up at free safety, but I think Brantley makes more sense with his abilities being up at a safety position. So we're going to put Brantley at free safety. Strong safety is going to stay Jacoby Thomas, and that is how we set up the defense, and now it is ready for 6-1. So let's hop into practice mode really quick. We'll briefly go over the Miami offense that I actually think is really good, and then how we're going to play that 6-1 defense. But first, we'll just go over the offense. There's only a few formations we're really going to call here. They have a lot of actually really good stuff in the first half of their playbook, but we're really going to be looking at, I mean, you have trips tight end offset weak, which is great, but we also have bunch strong offset. My favorite formation in the entire game, in any EA game, it's always going to be bunch strong offset, and they actually have a much better one than Ohio State does because we have corner strike, we have flood, and we have dagger versus the Buckeyes version only having dagger. And you'll see in this game why having something like corner strike against somebody who's just spamming mid blitz, just as a random example, having that in your playbook is super, super helpful, as well as having all the good runs. Pin pull toss, fantastic against double mug. You have the RPO in here and you have duo in here. So you have the 3 main pass plays, you've got all the good runs, you've got everything you need. A very good bunch strong offset the Miami Hurricanes have. Then we also really like their different trips formations. We got quite a few here at the end of their playbook, 5 to be exact. Trips Y slot strong. You have switch slot delay, and a lot of these formations actually have good deep shot pass plays as well as just some quick underneath ones like quick slants, PAY cross. Dagger is a good little play in there too, but then you also have switch slot delay for verticals, so you have some quick passes for when you just need a few yards, but you also have some deep shots, and that's pretty consistent, I believe, throughout all these playbooks. Also in gun trips, canes, crossers, anything with a team name in the play, it must be pretty good. And we actually go to this one quite a bit. It is a very good play. And you just have good runs across. As long as you have like just one inside zone, you're pretty set, and mix in an RPO or 2 in there too, and you're looking pretty good out of these trips formations. You have some trips offset. This is a pretty standard trips offset, I want to say. I don't think there's a ton. You do have a speed option in there and 0-1 trap, so you do have a few other things. Some RPOs in there are nice. Not a bad trips offset. It's really that Y slot strong and just regular trips we're going to go to more than anything else. We also have a Y slot weak, a quick rub return. That route B is on. It looks weird, but man, does that just get open somehow. No, almost no matter what. That route B is on just knows how to get open. Trips halfback weak. This RZ Canes slot return. You have kind of a shallow cross on A, a return route on RB, that C route on B. Overall, very, very solid formation in and you have an angle screen, which I thought about going to, but never actually ended up doing. I don't know. Just never ended up doing it. All right. Spare me. But that is the main things we're going to be running in the Miami offense. You do have some, a little bit of pistol if you really want to get crazy. You got a little single back in here too. But the main thing we're going to focus on is going to be the Hurricanes defense. So let's get over to that. Miami is one of the few teams in the game that have that 4-3 multiple defensive playbook. There's really not too many, and that's the only one that has 4-3 even 6-1. We're not going to change any packages. We're not really going to do a whole heck of a lot. The main things we're going to be calling out of here: you have cover 4, you have cover 3, you have cover 2. Pretty much all the zones that you want, and you can adjust your cover 4 to be like a cover 6 or cover 9 if you would like. And of course the blitzes. Sam will blitz, the cover 1 middle linebacker blitz, a Mike will blitz, some cover 2 man in here too, cover 1 hole, just a lot of different things that can try to keep your opponent on their toes is what I was trying to say. And that's exactly what we do. And a big way we can do that is by changing our covered shell here as well. So just as an example that's actually going to come up in the game here, is he started going to some 5 wide. So against that, we were sending some heat. We were going with Sam Will Blitz. Which, just for example, let's go ahead and call that, put them in 5 wide. We can see how that looks. It doesn't really matter what play we call, verticals, wide shake, sure. So this is how Sam Will Blitz looks against a 5 wide. The pressure is going to get in there very, very quickly. You got to try to throw the ball, get rid of it fast. Now what you can do on top of that, they see us doing that when they come out in 5 wide. Now we switch our shell, and you go to a cover 0 shell, but then come out in something like a cover 4, and keep them, we'll just keep them in the same play. So this is going to look the exact same as that Sam Will Blitz does, but you're actually dropping back into zone coverage, and you can even take like Pickett and drop him back into a zone 2. So now it looks like we're sending 6. That's what we had been doing against a 5 wide. But in reality, we're only sending 3 and dropping 8 back into zones this time. So this was match. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work. Terrible user defense. But of course, you're not going to get as much pressure. But really what all we're trying to do is make him think that blitz is coming and make him think he has to get rid of that ball quick. Out of a, cover 4 or cover 3 buzz, which that one's actually not a match. Almost all the cover 3 buzzes in other formations are match. That one's not. Or the Tampa 2. Try to force them to hurry up and force them to make a mistake, mix all of these different things in, keep the offense guessing, and just 6-1, even when you're only sending 4, does an unbelievable job of getting pressure, especially with this Miami defensive line. So really quick too, just to prove our point from earlier about the depth chart, if we look at how this is set up now, we have Pickett as our right edge. Next to him is our nose tackle, Moton Sr. Next to him are the next 2 defensive tackles, which we have as Messidor and Bain Jr. We have Basant at the Will linebacker, Toure at the Mike linebacker, Pruitt at the Sam. I might have those 2 mixed up. It doesn't really matter. On the outside, we're going to have Lucas and Scott. Brantley at free safety, Thomas at strong safety. That is an ability on every single starter on the 6-1 defense for the Miami Hurricanes, which is just filthy. I love this so much. So that's pretty much all we got to go over before we hop into the game here. Let's see if Miami can get their vengeance, can take that trophy down around town, wherever they go, and win themselves a national title. Let's get to it. Our national championship game has been found here with the Miami Hurricanes. Let's see if we can get the job done for the boys, for everybody in the Discord. We have a lot of Miami fans in there. So for Wes, for Prez, for I think Miami Hurricanes, for a couple others, let's see if we can get it done. The Ohio State Buckeyes will be our opponent in this one. Miami obviously beat them in the real playoffs this past year. See if history can repeat itself. Maybe we pick 6 in RPO. Maybe some things happen. We will see. But the Miami 6-1 defense, the bunch strong offset and trips on offense, really love how Miami is set up here just from a playbook perspective. Their roster, of course, very, very good too. So big fan of Miami in the game this year. Let's see if we can get it done. And I was going to say bring the title home, but we're playing in Miami. So see if we can keep the title here in Miami. Just start the parade right after we're done. Go get him, Sebastian. Hit him with the U. It's all about the U. Let's see our opponent here. What national title is he going for? What division he is in? All that good stuff. Going for, well, it might not be his national title, but he is in all conference, potentially going for his first title win. Let's take it for our gosh dang selves, boys. Let's go Canes. All right, we are all set. I believe we have everything set how we would like here. Let's go get them. One thing I don't really know is what our stunts are like. We'll try a few different things, but everything else, we should be looking okay. He's going for an RPO right off the rip there. Something for us to keep in mind. We want just kind of a base cover 2 on that one, but we can go to like a cover 3 buzz here. If that's something he wants to keep doing, he's going to go for the run this time. Somebody go get a big hit. We just got to go clobber him. Got to go clobber him. Now he's going with a little spread. We're going to go a little cover 4 this time. We're just going to have to watch the middle here with Toure. Fly down here, go make our tackles. Good defense there, boys. Would love to see this defensive line really start flying in there, but of course that's going to be easier said than done. Bunch strong offset. We can go a little cover 3 action here this time, going with a little Y trail. We're going to stay right on here. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. I don't think you had that one open there, friend. Now we're going to go a little man blitz action here. I'm actually going to get up on Brantley. All over him. All over him. Good coverage there by number 31. Brings him down. Gain of 2. 4th and 4. What are we going to here? Mr. Ohio State mixing a little cover 1 MLB blitz there. Trio halfback week. I mean, we have to watch an RPO out of here for sure. Like, for sure. So we're just going to straight shade everybody down. Going to go with our cover 3 buzz here. Try throwing. I was going to try to throw a little stunt at him, but ran out of time. That's got to be knocked out. Got to be knocked out. Get those abilities. Get your boys out there. Get the turnover on down straight away. So with the Miami offense, I mean, we have bunch strong offset. We did just run that a lot with Ohio State, but Miami is better. They have pretty much all the good pass plays. They have all the good run plays. Miami's got a very, very solid gun bunch strong offset, so I think we're going to start in that and then bounce around to some of the other trips and things, depending on how long the game ends up going here. But it's our ball at Ohio State's 40. Good start for the defense there. Come out in a little duo. I mean, we got Fletcher in that backfield. He is just such a freaking monster. Let's just give it to him and get out of the way. Oh, if that wasn't Caleb Downs. If that wasn't Caleb Downs, we are breaking that tackle and taking that one in for a touchdown. But it was, so... So he makes the tackle. Let's go to a little dagger. It looks like he is going to potentially mid-blitz here. Certainly looks like it will be some mid-blitz. Let's go ahead and untarget his user. I kind of want to send Fletcher out to the flat. But I feel like Carr or Lofton should be able to get open on this, or we just loft one up this way. Just a little bit more air on that, and I think we're looking pretty good, but that was indeed mid-blitz. So it's nice we have a pin pull toss we can go to here as well. Try to take one outside with Fletcher this time. Throw some take hot routes. He's not bringing that safety down, so I actually think this might not be mid-blitz. But still, just with how he's aligned, as long as we can hold some blocks on the outside here and then truck one man. Keep trucking. Keep trucking, Fletcher. Oh my goodness. See, he did bring that safety down. It was cover 3. But did you see that truck? Fletcher just... That was unbelievable. Oh my goodness, what a hit. Let's just go back to duo run here. It's just one of the best runs in the game. Gun bunch strong offset right down the field. Early turnover on downs. Early touchdown. What a start. Beautiful stuff. He's staying in that trio halfback week, and we know we have to watch RPOs out of here, so that's going to kind of be our main thing we're going to be looking at here. Go like a right exit 2-man. RPO, or not RPO, stunt, and the boys get on in there. Moten Sr., the one we would have been the last one we suspected, is the one getting in there and getting some pressure for us. Good work there, brother. You off trips week. I mean, we could definitely go to some more blitzes and things, but I'm actually going to go with a Tampa 2 here. I'm actually going to get over on Basanth. This is going to be a play action. And then we're going to be down there to make a tackle. Good. Good. Just mixing up a bunch of different zones, throwing man in there every once in a while, just giving him a few different looks. And keep on his toes a little bit. So he's going back to this. Let's get Basanth over here. Got to throw a little, try to throw a little stunt in there again. Basanth, good coverage though, but boy, do I wish you picked that one off. All right, 4th and 12. I mean, we could do like a cover 4 and drop an extra person into coverage here too. I don't hate that idea. We actually might do that. So I'll drop like him into a vert hook. Yes, pass. Shade everybody up over the top. And we just got to watch right over the middle here. I thought maybe our quarter was actually going to stay down on that, but that was a nice little play. Got us on that wheel route. Back to his normal Y off close, which we know he has gone to an RPO out of here before, so we're not writing that off as a possibility here. It is back to that RPO. Safety comes down and knocks him out. Keep those abilities on all of our boys here. I actually should get all of this set here too. Yep, there we go. Back to you off trips week. So he's gone to this a couple times. Let's throw like, I don't know, a right exit 2-man. Just throwing some different stunts at him, trying to generate a little bit of pressure wherever we can here. Going to switch over to Thomas. That's just on me. That was good defense. We were right there. We should have intercepted that. But I just ran right behind him. That one's on me, unfortunately. Now he's going to a little 5 wide. I mean, let's just come out in Samuel Blitz. Let's just come out in a little Samuel Blitz here, shall we? Let's get on Brantley. Let's try to see if we can't man press. We don't even need to. We'll just stay right on this. React, Brantley. React, Brantley. We know that pass rush is going to get in there. You got to get rid of that ball fast against this defensive line. So now what I'm actually going to do is cover 0 shell, but be in a cover 3. So it's going to look kind of goofy, but we just want it to all look the same here, essentially. Good knockout. Good knockout. Good stuff. Maybe I should just cover 0 shell all the time. That is something I have messed with in the past. Might be worth doing here if he's going to be coming out in this kind of stuff. Now we're going to actually go back to the blitz this time, though. Yeah, we're going to go back to the blitz. We're going to stay on Brantley to try to watch this tight end, and we will see. He's definitely tried to throw it to us a couple times here. I was 100% bailing on that tight end for that underneath. 100%. I don't know if we would have done anything about it, but doesn't really matter because Basanth gets it in there and gets that pressure. I mean, I feel like if he's staying in 5 wide, we should probably stay in that, but he is going to go to gun doubles. Halfback weak. Let's go to... we can go to standard Tampa 2 here. And let's throw like a left pirate 3-man at him. Yes, pass. And see if that stunt's going to get in there and do anything for us. And it is indeed. That Miami defensive line comes flying in there. That time it's our platinum quick jump we put in there. Mr. Booker Pickett getting that interception for us. Miami's defense forcing another turnover. Now we can go to some of their trips. Try out a few different things like Kane's crossers. Trips wide slot strong. I like that switch shot delay. We'll start off with some Kane's crossers. See what we can get. So now he is going to be in mid blitz. We'll see how that one's going to go for him. We're going to take a time out here because there was just too many... I had to like untarget his user and stuff, but I think this Kane's Crossers play should work pretty good against what he's going to be doing here. So he is going to come down with his safety eventually, or this might actually be a zone coverage here this time then. Much like last time he ran this. Let's see. So yep, they are going to all be dropping back. I was so tempted. I was between pass leading that up, like playmakering it up, or just taking off and running. Maybe I should have tried it. Why the heck not? We'll take it to the end of the first quarter, though. I really want to try this RZ Kane slot return and this angle screen. I think this play looks really, really good, especially if he is going to be in mid-blitz. We'll see, depending on what he does with his safety, I think. It's kind of our #1 tell. So yeah, he's bringing that safety down. So I'm guessing this is going to be mid-blitz here this time. Let's go ahead and block Fletcher. And then hopefully we can get Tony or Daniels on this. Let's get that little return route, pass lead that down and inside. Unable to hold on to it. So then his user is able to fly out because we're not sending our halfback out on anything. Let's go with this post slot hitch. I'm going to take Tony on a drag. I still think we're going to have to block here and just do something like this maybe. Kind of look for Tony or that deep post. Not the best ball there by Carson Beck. Not the best ball at all. But worked out well enough for us. Daniel's able to get that catch, move the sticks. First down for Miami. See, he's doing it again. I'm just going to send Fletcher out on the flat here. I just don't think he's going to be able to get over there in time. He was close. He's pretty quick with that user, and he's still sending 6. Just running a lot of mid-blitz. Let's see what else we got here. I mean, we could just go back to bunch strong offset and go back to our pin pull toss, which I don't hate that idea here at all. He's been calling so much mid-blitz and just double mug in general that this should work pretty good for us. We're going to fake a hot route, but this is just going to be a toss to the outside to Fletcher, and there you go. We were just stubbornly staying in trips because I didn't want to just be in bunch strong offset. But if you're just coming out in mid blitz, that was pin pull tosses and things and crack toss out of bunch strong offset, just absolutely money. Touchdown, Hurricanes, 14. Okay, making sure that wasn't blocked. 14-0 lead. He's going to go back to his bunch strong offset. I'm going to go to cover 4 quarters, but actually keep the match here this time. And actually get over on Brantley. And just hopefully our corner can make a play on that. Good. We don't have the fastest corners out there. We kind of moved some of our speed around a little bit. But we did keep our like abilities out there, so hopefully that's going to work out okay for us. I was going box halfback strong. I'm actually going to go cover 2 man. Shade everybody up this time. Shade everybody up and in. Let's get Brantley like, I don't know. I'll get over on Thomas though. And then we're staying right up here. Would love if we reacted to that because we stayed on that perfectly. that was actually really good defense by us, but maybe I should have strafed or something beforehand. But still, that's okay. Could have been a turnover, but it's fine. 3rd and 10 now for Ohio State. Do we go back to the blitz? We haven't really done it. Yeah, let's go back to it. I say we haven't really done it except out of when he's been in 5 wide. I don't hate the idea of mixing it in a little bit here too. And just go get a big hit. Beautiful. Now a 4th and 1. He's going to go hurry up. Let's go. Oh, I wish I had a Tampa 2 out of here, but I don't. So we're going to have to go cover 3 and just shade everybody down. We're going to stay right on Toure here. Cover 3 and just shade everybody down. Basanth gets his hands on it. Unable to get the interception, but that is a-okay. Another turnover on downs. This Miami defense absolutely fire it on all cylinders here against Ohio State. Now let's go to corner strike. Another just great play against the defense he's going to be coming out in here. We're going to untarget his user. Really just trying to look for Joseph here. Passing that down in towards that sideline. You're going to catch that just about every time. Corner strike against cover 0. It's a tale as old as time. And Ray Joseph takes it in for the Miami touchdown. The boys are humming. These boys are humming. And the only thing, if we do want to stay in the cover 0 shell, which I don't hate the idea of, we don't really want to call Tampa 2 because that will kind of mess with a lot of things. Cover 4, I think we're going to be totally fine to run that. We're going to shade everybody up to cancel match. We're just going to be the ones watching the middle of the field here. Just fly down, make a tackle. Good, good. And we're going to be going to some hurry up here. Actually, against this set, I don't hate Tampa 2. Even with, oh, I got stuck. Oh, I got so stuck. It's not great against the run. I don't love it against the run. It's really up to your user at that point. So if we get stuck on a D lineman like that, it's pretty rough. But I think we'll be okay. 2-minute warning. Let's see. So we got Tampa 2, cover 3 buzz, cover 4 match. I think I like all of those things. Let's go to cover 3 buzz against this. I actually flip this. Beat everybody up because I want that 3rd to be on that side. I want the 3rd to be on the strong side of that bunch. And, oh, I thought we were diving in there with Toure, but Bo Jackson's got some awful quick cuts there. Able to pick up 3 yards for the Buckeyes. Going with some doubles, halfback weak. I'm getting stuck all over the place here again. Oh, ended up on like a perfect switch. Ended up on almost a perfect switch over to Lucas there. Gosh dang it. I don't hate the idea of staying in Tampa 2 here, honestly. I was just trying to do quite a lot with our guys. That's a good switch. That's a good switch. Switch over to Pruitt. Jump right in front of that. Cam Pruitt, the newest Old Dominion Monarch in our online dynasty, by the way. Just got him in the transfer portal heading into year 5. Hopefully he's going to make plays like that for Old Dominion. And the Miami defense strikes again. Getting another turnover, this time a pick 6, and it is 28-0 here in the national championship. The home crowd already going crazy. I don't know what the main street is. I don't know where a parade would be in Miami. We haven't really seen one. But wherever it would be, they start the preparations, boys. Now we're going back to U off trips week. What was it we did out of here? I don't remember. We're going to go back to our cover 4, though. Going to come down here with Toure in case it is a run. See, this is that cover 0 shell kind of biting us a little bit, but it has to be a... Oh, brother, we almost got that. It has to be a very specific play that he's calling for it to be, for the cover 4 quarters to not be very good. And you can always kind of audible. Oh, he got us offside there anyway. Great, good. The no huddle, that's my biggest issue. Like, I don't really care that much if people no huddle, but let my defense be able to, like, react. Like, let them be able to actually get on sides sometimes. But it seems just so often. Oh, see, I hate this look against this front. We're going to stay on Pruitt here. That's a hard flat. Okay, go murder him with a hit stick at least, but kind of wish we caught that. I think we're just going to mainly be sitting in some kind of basic cover 4 defense here. And yeah, switch it to, so we audible to it so it kind of fixes. Oh, there's not going to be a whole heck of a lot open here, brother. No intentional grounding there. All right, all right. Let's throw another man blitz at him here. We haven't gone to that in a little while. Just mix things up a little bit on him. Go with a little send 6. Keep our eyes on number 20 in this backfield. He's staying into block, so we're going to go follow this. Ah, yeah. He had just a little bit too much time on us there. Just a little too much time. Let's go to our cover 3 buzz. That shouldn't be open. We should be all over this. Send somebody after him. He's going to eventually try to chuck something up here. Smart man to throw it away. He really wants to get some points on the board here before half. I can't blame him. Maybe we do just go back to default shell. Yeah. For now. Let's go back to default. I'm going to get over here on Basanthe, actually. We got to watch the halfback going this way. He's going to try to chuck some BS here again, but that pressure getting into him. We're not even doing any contains. We want those rushers to be rushing, and that's exactly what the boys are doing. Getting after him. A 3rd and 10 now. I don't hate a cover 2 man idea, but I don't like coming out, because they come out pressed usually in cover 2 man. And I don't love that, because that does kind of give some things away. We might go back to a cover 0. And with cover 2 man, they're like automatically shaded underneath. Oh, he's going back to 5 wide. All right. Well, let's just go back to... Let's just send the dogs at him here once again. See if we can't get after him here again. Yeah, you can take that quick flat if you want. We're going to watch right there with Brantley. Make sure he can't get too many yards. 4th and 10. Beautiful. And if he's going to hurry up, now we switch into Tampa 2. Now we mix things up on him here again. Oh, and he got right up that seam. Go get a hit, knock it out. Oh, he goes right up the seam that time. See, now he's staying. I mean, I think we just got to stay in like a Tampa 2 here. I think man's just asking for trouble against this kind of defense. Right over our heads. No, Basanthe, we were shaded underneath, so they're at 5 yards. Well, Ohio State is able to get on the board eventually there, unfortunately. But there were some close calls. Maybe we could have gotten another stop there before half, but they are on the board. Congratulations to the Buckeyes. But, I mean, we do have 13 seconds. Do you think there's... And that guy's lined up offside over there. Oh, he did see it in time. Oh, but then... I think he was using the deep safety on that side. So Mr. Carr is just going to take one in for a touchdown right back on Ohio State's head. They got it back to 21. Maybe we got a shot. Maybe we can do something. He was in Tampa 2 and using that deep half. Unfortunately, Mr. Carr takes that one in for the Miami touchdown, and it is back to a 28-point lead here with 4 seconds left in the half. And it's our ball, I think. Well, considering it's 35-7 and it is our ball, and they're starting some yard work right outside my window, as I'm assuming you can hear, I think we're just going to cut around a little bit in the second half, show some highlights and things, but I'm loving what we're seeing out of Miami in this one. Just running mid blitz. Every play's been mid blitz. We're chewing clock, trying to get out of here. Just Tony burned him on a streak that time after our corner out got pressed a little bit. But it's like, man, you'd think eventually let's maybe come out in something a little different other than just mid blitz every play. We're chewing clock. We're trying to get out of here. Click on and Superman dive tackle. We're trying to get out of here. This one is pretty gosh dang over, but we'll try to finish it off. We'll give some more run to Fletcher here. I mean, we know exactly what he's going to be doing here. I don't know if we're going to be able to actually find any room up the middle on this. Doesn't really matter. Let's just take it to the end of the third quarter. And even down here, I'm going to try corner strike. I'm just going to stem down. See, he's not coming in. Is he coming to mug the gap here? Yeah, so we're going to stem down that corner out on Joseph. And he's going to win off the press, and we're in for a touchdown. I'm telling you, mid-blitz really isn't that good a defense, man. Even if you come down and mug the gap, like, especially against a playbook like Miami's with the bunch strong offset they have. Just not a good defense. You got to be zoning some people out. You got to be doing something a little different than just sending 6 and mugging the gap, because it ain't working for you, brother. We're going to keep doing what we're doing here. I'm actually going to come out and cover 4 with the cover 0 shell this time. Just give him a little bit different of a look, and there's Toure right in the middle. Come here, Saiyan. Truck him. Dude, Saiyan just blew me up. Did you see Julian Saiyan there? Just unbelievable hit stick. But the connection to our peer has finally been lost. I wanted to see, I don't know how many turnovers that was we ended up forcing. We did end up giving up 7 points, but it's 42-7 there in the fourth quarter. I'd say that overall went pretty dang well for our 6-1 of the Miami Hurricanes. And that offensive playbook, I think, is really, really good too. This always worries me when this screen takes forever because that was our national. Okay, good. We're seeing the celebration. I wanted to see the boys holding that trophy, considering Carson Beck kind of threw away their chances of doing that in real life. Yes, I do have to take a few pot shots at Miami from time to time, but that is a national championship for the Hurricanes. That's our 8th one so far. I know that's not that many, but we've only played 191 games. I think that's 8 national titles in like 11 seasons, 12 seasons, something like that. So a record, honestly, not that bad. I just don't play this game a whole heck of a lot. I never play games that you guys don't see. But if I were to play this game a ton and really try to grind and like get on that leaderboard, be a top 100 player or whatever, I think I'd use Miami, man. I really, really love the Hurricanes in the game this year. I've always been a fan of 6-1, going back to Ultimate Team, Madden Ultimate Team. Madden 24, I think, is when I started playing again. And 6-1 was my go-to defense then. I've just really had a soft spot for it ever since. I just think there's so much different things you can do. And we saw the examples in that game of us coming out, in that cover zero shell and actually sending 6 against that empty set. But then on that last play, we're in that cover zero shell, but in a cover 4 quarter. So then we have that zone right in the middle of the field, ready to get that interception. We had a couple turnover on downs forced by very similar things. He would try to hurry up because we were in man coverage of the play before. Then we switched to zone, shade underneath. We have a hard flat on that left sideline, forcing the incompletion. Could have been a couple interceptions for Basanth, but that is kind of the negative of the 6-1 is having your linebackers out there not going to have the best hands compared to some other defenses where that might be a slot corner or things like that. But I'm just a huge fan of this 6-1, and I really think Miami has one of the more underrated offensive playbooks in the game. I feel like I never really hear people talking about it, but having bunch strong offset and those different trips, I'm just such a sucker for bunch strong offset. It's unbelievable. If a playbook has that, I'm probably going to like it, but then mix in some of the other things. Really love the Miami offense. Really love the Miami defense. Just really like Miami in this game. And then next year with Mensa coming to take over, Tony's going to be even better. I think Fletcher is staying, if I remember correctly. The Hurricanes are going to be a freaking wagon in college football 27. But I hope you guys enjoyed that one. A little national title run for you. I will see you guys next week. We'll go back down to some tier 3, maybe some tier 4 teams, some other teams we find interesting, either playbook or roster wise. But until then, take it easy.